Hi, Kirsten Morley here with the Morleys. I am so excited for today's video. It's been a few weeks since I've actually put up a video just because there's been a lot of stuff happening in our life, but I could not miss out on this video because this is something that I've been preparing for and really excited about. And anyways, so today we are going to be talking about the things that I'm doing to prepare for an unmedicated birth. So I am currently 35 weeks. We're going to give you a belly bump update. All right, here's your bump update. The sun's in the way, but 35 weeks and 2 days, which is very exciting. Okay, so there's your belly bump update. And some of these things I actually started at 20 weeks, but this, like 35 weeks, is prime time to start practicing and like really honing in on a lot of the things that you should be doing. And I'm really excited. So first things first, let's talk about my first baby that I had. So this is gonna be my 4th pregnancy. And so the first baby that I had, I did hypno birthing. So obviously I'm doing hypno birthing, and that's how I'm going to get through unmedicated. I don't want to get an epidural because it's just a personal experience or personal preference of mine, because I've read so many things where your recovery is way quicker. There's just so many benefits to having an unmedicated birth, and so hypno birthing is going to be my choice of coping. Again, I am 35 weeks, but most of these things that I have been doing since about 20 weeks. So first baby, I did hypno birthing. I feel like it helped so much, but there were things that I wasn't like prepared for, because obviously when you're going through your first pregnancy or your first birth, you have no idea what's going to happen. You don't know how bad it's going to hurt, and you just have no idea. You just have to kind of experience it to know. So, but now that obviously I know what's going to happen, I know like most of the things, I'm prepared. So second baby, I actually ended up having to have a C-section because he was coming out hand first, and there was no other option. Because it wasn't necessarily safe for baby or for me. So I did have to get a C-section. And then my third baby, I had a VBAC, it was a successful VBAC, and I'm so grateful that I did. Let's just say it was my favorite birth that I had out of all 3 kids. And I'm really grateful that I was able to have a VBAC. But there were some times where I'm like, man, this really hurts. And I wish I would have gotten to a better mindset to actually have more of a pain-free birth. So these are some things that within the hypno birthing book that I have read by Marie Morgan. Anyways, so hypno birthing, so currently I am reading the hypno birthing book. I personally recommend reading it at least twice. That way, I am an audio person, so I prefer listening to it. But if you like reading it, then that's cool too. The idea behind hypno birthing itself is allowing your body to relax enough that your body just does what it's supposed to. It's like less interventions, less pain, and it's just overall a better experience. So the entire idea is to relax and allow your body to do the work. Like, that is it. Just relax so much to the point that your body does it itself. And obviously that's like probably not the best words, but they say that the more you can relax and act like a rag doll, like, for lack of better words, and the more that you can visualize like your pelvic floor opening and the vaginal canal like opening and just everything relaxing, your body already knows how to give birth. And so it's less likely, it's just a better way for your body to give birth, and it's more pain-free. or it's less painful. So the next thing that I am doing to prepare for an unmedicated birth, which is the hypno birthing, is the meditations. Meditations, 10 out of 10 recommend, regardless of whether you're pregnant or not. It is amazing, and it can become like more of like a euphoria. I've done some meditations or breath work classes and stuff that have put me into such a euphoric state where it's like I feel high on my own oxygen. And to me, that is the point of meditations and visualizations, for you to relax your body enough that the pain just goes away. So, or as much as possible. So visualizing with the hypnobirthing, and obviously I'm not gonna like go through the entire book here, but these are just some pointers some things that I have seen and experienced that just make sense. So visualizing is one of the best things that you can do, because it's kind of like doing a sport. When you visualize yourself making a goal or shooting the basketball and visualizing it actually going into the basket, it makes it easier for you to actually go achieve it. So it's the same thing. So when you visualize like breathing baby down into your vaginal canal or into your vagina, and you kind of visualize your like a flower blossoming, and if you can visualize that, then that's exactly what's going to happen. So something that I also thought that was really, really interesting with the hypnobirthing explanation that she was giving was your jaw and your pelvic floor are actually connected, which when I first heard that, I was like, what? I had no idea. But when you relax your jaw, it actually relaxes your pelvic floor, which is super helpful. So again, when you relax your face and your jaw, it will relax your pelvic floor. That therefore, it makes it for an easier and a less painful birth and all of that. So, yes. So the next thing that when it comes to like visualizing is practicing. And again, this is going to be very, very, very TMI. So if you're not up to that, then just know that I warned you. So a visualizing thing and practicing, obviously visualizing is one thing, but actually practicing is another. So in the book, they actually recommend to practice with your bowel movements, yes, with pooping. And a lot of the times, and I don't know if you have noticed this yourself, but when you are like in a place where you don't feel comfortable, you have a harder time actually having a bowel movement, it's the same thing. So if you can relax your body and relax your face, relax your jaw, it will help you go easier, especially if you have constipation, because I know it's a big deal. So, and the less that you are straining, the better it is for everything to flow. I hope that makes sense. I've also heard that it helps with hemorrhoids. I don't know anything about that, but it's definitely a thing. So again, when you practice, you can, like when you actually have a bowel movement, you can practice breathing and like imagining like things just flowing, and it becomes a lot easier. So for me, I have been practicing that literally since at least 20 weeks. You know, when your body starts changing so much that you're like, that is like one of the best times to start practicing the bowel movement because you use a lot of the same muscles within birthing. So anyways, so the next one that I want to talk about is affirmations. So for a long time I was like, oh yeah, affirmations are good, but no, affirmations are amazing because it does so many things for you and for your baby, because it's literally like speaking frequencies, because the more you speak positivity into your body and into yourself and into your baby, the better, because you don't want to be like, oh, I feel huge, my baby is huge, like like all of these negative things. Like or you start hearing about these, what do you call it? Like you start hearing all of these horror stories of women going through these tragic events. Like, stop listening to those and start watching positive birth experiences, or start telling yourself positive affirmations, because what you think about really comes about. And the best thing that you can do for you and your baby is to speak positive about what's happening. So some affirmations that they actually have in the book, which I really, really like, and I've actually seen on other channels that have Hypno Birthing, they have affirmations, positive affirmations, and meditations. 10 out of 10 recommend the ones that you vibe with. So my favorite affirmation is my baby is just the right size for my body. And my baby is working with my body. Those two are by far my favorite, because sometimes I'm like, wow, I feel so huge. But then, like, I've heard other people like, oh my gosh, you have such a cute belly. And I'm like, wait a second. My baby is just the right size for my body. So I have to keep remembering that, because if I can keep that positive mindset, then it's going to make labor, delivery, and everything else so much easier. Another thing that I'm personally doing is walking. I don't walk every day, probably like a couple times a week, but I know it really helps. So I don't personally work out. I've never really liked to work out. It's just not me. But anyways, they say motion is lotion, which is, you get the idea. So eventually when you get to like 39 weeks or 40 weeks ready to deliver, then it's easier. So the next thing I'm doing is I'm eating 6 dates a day. Just kidding, not 6 dates a day. I'm starting to eat more and more dates every single day. But towards the last like couple weeks, I will be eating at least 6 dates a day. So it's going to be a lot. I actually really like dates, but I found a few other recipes that makes dates eating a lot more fun. So it's not just like a date. But anyways, the last thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be trying an herbal dietary supplement called Gentle Birth. I have heard so many good things about this. This is not medical advice. I'm not saying that I recommend this for you. I'm actually just trying it. It's something that I have seen so many women try, and I've read the reviews, and there's just so many good things to say about it. From what I've read, that I wanted to try it because I want an easier and a quicker labor delivery, and so it's for expecting and nursing moms. So I got the bigger bottle because obviously, I read some of the ingredients on here, and I was like, holy crap, no wonder people are saying that it's so good. So first things first, it says to start during the last 5 weeks of pregnancy, which is about 35 weeks or whatever. So again, talk to your doctor and see if it's okay. I've seen a lot of midwives talk about it, and so I was like, all right, we'll just try it. Anyways, so the first week that you are on it, you are going to do 1/4 of a teaspoon 2 times daily before meals. I have to warn you, I've tried it and it does not taste good. It does not taste good at all. And then weeks 2 through 5, you're going to do 1/4 of a teaspoon 3 times a day before meals. So I'm really excited. So again, it does not taste very good, but the benefits, I'm really excited to test them out and to see if it's a quicker labor delivery and a more of a gentle birth. So I've also heard that it's not necessarily a pain reliever, but because some of the ingredients here help your uterus, it makes it for a faster delivery and a more of a pain-free, it helps reduce the pain with contractions. I hope that makes sense. So it helps to strengthen your uterus, which is really amazing, but that's all I have to say about this. So we're trying it, we're getting it a shot. Again, I am 35 weeks, so I have started this. It doesn't taste very good. whatever, we're trying it, we're just doing it. So one thing I do want to mention is if you are planning on doing an unmedicated birth, I want you to know from experience that you should definitely have the mindset of being open to options, because I've personally gone through a C-section when I didn't want to. It was kind of like it had to happen. And I've heard so many people say, like, go in with the intention of doing what you can, but being open to other options just in case something happens, because it needs to be more of like a birth vibe rather than a birth plan. That's actually something that we should talk about next. So maybe we'll do that. Go over my birth plan, and ooh, that would be fun. Anyways, so again, in reality, when it comes to going through like birth, labor, delivery, all of it, you have to have the mindset of anything can happen. So like being open to different options and different ways of coping. So definitely be prepared in the fact that like, hey, I am not 100% like an epidural is not off the table, because, you know, maybe you're a first time mom and you're like, I don't even know how bad it's going to hurt, and I'm just going to go in with it. Like, I recommend practicing at least some type of breath work or Lamaze or hypno birthing things or positive affirmations, or learning how to relax your body, relax your pelvis, and kind of go in with it with the mindset of really just trying. Or if you're just like one of those people that really is like, I'm getting an epidural, like 10 out of 10, like I'm just getting an epidural, I still recommend practicing some of these things. And just, you honestly never know. Some epidurals don't work. And yeah, so I hope this helps. Those are the things that I'm doing to do an unmedicated birth, and I'm really excited. So we'll see how this goes. Thanks for watching. Bye. Okay. That's why we're gonna take a family picture.
Live your life within the moment, and don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over.